We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Many years I had accumulated a shoulder injury due to lifting heavy weights back then. You know, this was in high school. And it's kind of interesting because recently this injury's been bothering me for many years. And recently, 2018, my brother, Dr. Boz Moreno, has suggested that I take some of his B-Venom, a homeopathic solution he put together. And I was like, yeah, let me try it. Let me see what's up. At first, I was kind of skeptical to the situation, but then at the same time, with its track record, I was like, yeah, he be putting it down when it comes to homeopathic medicines and whatnot, you know, due to the history we have with each other and whatnot. So I was like, yeah, let me get some. So I end up ordering some, read the instructions, what I need to do, how much I need to illustrate within or add to my body or whatever the case may be. So over a 2-month period, I took it. I took injections from every Tuesday, so 4 times a week, 4 times a month. So I took it for 2 months, and after the second month, I noticed that my arm was not hurting anymore. The muscle had repaired itself, literally, you know, and I was like, whoa, let me start sharing this with people, you know, really start giving them an opportunity to check out what's actually involved with B-Venom. So tune in. We definitely got some more exciting things. If you're interested in administrating some B-Venom, check out our advertisement that we have that's supporting this podcast. Hotep, I am that I am. Some call me Haru, your modern monk, your cannabis fitness strategist, back at it again, here with you live and direct via YouTube, via live podcast, via Instagram. Shout out to y'all, letting you know this is episode 123, live, passion versus emotion. Yes, that's passion versus emotion. Thank yous, the comments, the shares, the followers, the subscribers, all of you for your participation, keeping it live, keeping it direct, giving to you raw, and vice versa, getting all your comments and whatnot, and kind of ideas and concepts and whatnot, connecting, you feel me? So let others know about the show. Let others know about the episodes. I cover a variety of different issues within health, fitness, social issues, social economic issues, mental, psychology, understanding the mind, what's going on. You can always connect with me on my live podcast right now, right here, as well as youarethegymlive.com podcast show /podcast. You can always hook up, download it from Podbean, iTunes, Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, many more places you can access this podcast show. Like I said, I'm live YouTube and I'm live Instagram, and I'm putting it down live. But my goal is billions informed per day keeps the stupidity away. Yes, billions informed per day keeps the stupidity away. We're going to be adding more. We're going to be having more awesome shows coming y'all way, literally stepping up the game. But I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Wellness and Health, my brother Dr. Boz Moreno, for Method Moreno, website at drbozmoreno.xyz, as well as drbozmoreno.com. You can hit him on the email at support@methodmoreno@gmail.com. That's methodmoreno@gmail.com. Support@methodmoreno@gmail.com. You could phone the brother, text the brother at 404-462-0571. That's 404-462-0571. If you want to get an opportunity to get 15% off, literally 15% off his products and services, you can always put in discount code Modern Monk 15%. Modern Monk 15. That's all you got to put in. Modern Monk 15. And that's the modern, MODERN MONK 15. Take advantage of that opportunity because the brother's helping in healing and keeping the mind right. Especially with all these issues that's been coming along the way with the vaccinations and all these other yada yada yada. Y'all know what I mean. It's the understanding and keeping it moving. And to my next sponsor, shout out to Lifestyle Barber Academy, 33720 9th Avenue South Suite, Federal Way, Washington 98003, USA. His website is lifestylebarberacademy.com, as well as his email is lifestylebarberacademy2017@gmail.com. Shout out to my brother. What's good with you? Gabe in the house. What's good? Touching bases. Matter of fact, I'll follow up with you after this show. Lifestyles Barber Academy. So at 253-517-5345. That's 253-517-5345. And his business hours. And it's cool too because Instagram, he's actually been showing a lot of video of some of the classes and courses that they give in the academy. And it's interesting, you know, because I'm learning. To keep it real with you, I'm learning a lot of things as far as being able to cut hair, being more precise and understanding how the hair works when it comes to that particular, and the business side of it too as well. And his business hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And the last but not least, your last sponsor with your fitness, mental toughness, the mindset, the understanding of taking your life and taking more responsibility or taking accountability for your own actions. Because we're being watched each and every day. You know that? You can always connect with Haru, the Modern Monk. You are the gym body. Yes, you are the gym body. The website is youarethegymlive.com. That's youarethegymlive.com, as well as youarethegym.com. You can email a brother at youarethegym@gmail.com. At youarethegym@gmail.com. Phone, text, please, at 206-659-6382. That's 206-659-6382. And you know a brother got all them t-shirts waiting for you guys. $27 per shirt. But I got them flags too. I've been showing you guys this, my lovely flag. You are the gym, rocking and rolling. You know how we do it. Order yours today. You can always reach me at youarethegym@gmail.com. Let me know what's good with you, how you doing. The topic of the day, my brother, is going to be talking about passion versus emotion. Right? And it's not really versing. It's just an understanding. I'm going to be breaking the duality down within those particular phrases or the subject matter of today. But we definitely want to take it to the next level. We're going to be having some fun today because I'm going to be doing 2 shows within 2 days or few hours right now. So playing catch up. Sorry I haven't been able to get to you these last couple weeks. It's been pretty, not hectic, but just kind of organized, getting back to the routine of things, if that makes sense. You know, like I said, we've been so saturated with all this fear and fear mongering going on within our society that we need to start taking more control, taking more understanding of where we're at and where we want to go as human beings or as sentient beings. Yes, we all have to work as a collective. I understand that. But it's certain things, when you got your ducks in a row, because usually you get your ducks in a row, and that's the key thing about being more simple. You know what I'm saying? Keeping things more simple, not as complex as we usually take it out of within our society, I notice. But let's get back to it. Passion versus emotion. Now, both of these words we associate, right? Certain elements. We associate certain objects. We associate certain people who identify this particular word as a passion or this particular word as emotion. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing I want to start diving more into within my subject matter, is really getting the psychological meanings, the understanding meanings, the emotional meanings, the intellectual meanings of questioning certain terms that we've been using throughout our lives and what we have learned from these particular terms, right? Or words or gestures or energy, right? Because there's a certain energy that passion or emotion brings out within you, right? So here's some things I was kind of like feeling, because I know, like I said, I got some articles I'm going to be coming out with here recently. Apple cider vinegar, talking about more about apple cider vinegar, diving more into like hydrogen peroxide, diving into baking soda, how all these home remedies literally will help you rebalance your body. You know what I'm saying? And not really getting caught up in, because we tend to get caught up in that supplementation. Even with the food, we kind of get over, we abuse things. You know what I'm saying? If that, and I think that's that emotional connection we have with certain foods, right? Or certain energies outside of us that are really taking advantage of the energies we have within us, right? The energies we have within us to manifest those are built on those. Those pillars are built in that foundation, as the brothers say, brick by brick. Putting the bricks, making sure the bricks is leveled, making sure it's all set correctly, like your setting. Like those of you who actually have experienced psychedelics or whatnot, your setting is one of the most important elements within taking that so-called psychedelic, right? Your setting in mind, your setting environment. You see what I'm saying? All these play certain roles within your psychology or within your thinking, right? So passion and emotion is some things we use, and we throw these words out a lot too within our society. We throw these words out. Oh, he's passionate. He's passionate about his work. He's passionate about his, and then when he's speaking, he connects with the emotional triggers, right? Because that's what it's all about, right? When you're talking beliefs, when you're talking understanding, when you're talking like how convicted, how convinced, how confident are you within your particular passion or within your emotion, right? I enjoy doing these shows. I really enjoy engaging, but at the same time engaging with myself, because that's who I'm really working on, right? I'm working on myself. Therefore, what I can benefit from, I'm sure many people like yourself can benefit from the same concepts or same understanding or exercises that I may incorporate within my life, right? Because life can be super stressful, right? And we're talking about in every environment or every element of our life. Raising children, taking care of a house, that's expensive. Wondering what's going on with this, that, and the third. Your relationships, right? Your job environment. Is so much stuff piled up. And the crazy thing is, interesting enough, it's built on fear too. Fear is part of that curriculum. Even though I don't think it was as much fear back in the day, because people knew how to create their own. They knew how to develop their own environment, right? You hear about the pioneers and all these people, New York and all these other names of these cities. Obviously, these cities and states were part of some name of some man or woman, right? Dedication. This is Utah, Mr. Utah's land, right? So it's an understanding where we got to start really, I think, really start taking a more responsibility, taking more accountability. I've been saying this for so many years because we invite others around us. Look, everything I'm saying is my experience or the understanding of how I'm delivering this experience for you to kind of see, here's an option, here's just an opportunity, here's a choice, right? Here's a choice. We all make different decisions. We all rationalize different. That's why I'm always about do your own homework, do your own research, do your own due diligence. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I think you have to experience it or understand or have an understanding of others who have experienced it as well and see what they have taken from the environment. You know what I'm saying? Taken from that experience, taken from that learning opportunity. Because that's what life is all about, a learning opportunity. Passion, emotion versus emotion. Now, these words, both of the passion and emotion, to me, I associate them as one, right? That's why I'm saying it's not really no verse. It's just an understanding of how you use in the terms and what it triggers within your relationships with whomever you're relating to, right? And some people are there temporary. Then there's some people that's there forevermore, as we seem fit as the forevermore, if that makes sense. Forever. Nothing lasts forever, even though these are terms and phrases that we have created within our human species or understanding of our thinking, right? Because our thinking, we're powerful beings. That's, people really don't understand. You have that God ability. You have that goddess ability. You know what I'm saying? You can create that environment. You can develop that passion. You can develop that emotional connection, right? Even with these movies, when you got serious movies that convince you, kind of like, you know, think about like the teamwork. Think about certain principles that was going on in Goonies, right? The movie Goonies. If you haven't seen the Goonies yet, something's wrong with you. It's a classic, 1980s classic. The Goonies, but it taught you these principles. That's one of the things I see leaving from movies. The movies are not giving you like real life. Well, this is just my interpretation of what I'm seeing, even with certain movie, because I have experienced filmmaking. I've been in that industry. I've been in the music industry. I've been in a few different industries that actually, the marketing industry, you know what I'm saying? But what I have come to a conclusion is about understanding simplicity, what truly works, right? Every brick, you got to find that perfect brick to fit that perfect spot, right? Even though I don't think it's no perfection, but we can definitely go for perfection, right? I was just witnessing on talking to a good friend of mine, Shaka Shabazz, shout out to you, my brother. And it's interesting how we, you know, we have these opportunities and we kind of, sometimes we're taking advantage of them, sometimes we don't, you know, and it's like, here's an opportunity where you can get I was just explaining to Shaka, I was like, well, I'm able to start seeing the body that I truly been wanting to have. You know what I'm saying? Truly been wanting to have. So I'm starting to look like that gymnastic type body type, right? The idea to me as overall athlete You know what I'm saying? Being able to master flexibility, being able to master mobility, being able to master strength gains. You know what I'm saying? In the muscularity or the aesthetic look, you know? But one of the things people fail to realize, it's a passion, it's an emotional connection where it's like, I'm not going to stop till I reach the top. This is where that passion, this is where that emotional element comes in within you, within your heart, because I think it's all intertwined within you, right? Majority of people want to do good, I would think. Even the evil man, woman, they still want to be good. They still want to do, they want to do their due diligence, right? And it's someone who would trigger that. Like the phenomenal issue with the Green River Killer out there in Washington State. They finally had caught him a couple years back now, late 2000, early 2000. They finally had caught him, right? But the thing was, he obviously loved his wife, right? He had killed over 40 people, something crazy. Something real crazy. But he killed all these women, buried them somewhere, but they never really found him. That's why they still got him alive. But my point is just an understanding of some people who are pretty evil. And don't take me wrong, it was some issues when it comes to some psychological issues, not just with him, but just what the situation was with these particular women. You know what I'm saying? Because he thought he was doing a service for the people. You know what I'm saying? And you do definitely have those type of dark psychology going on within our society. Some people that are passionate about certain things, they're emotionally connected, you know. And it's been some crazy, I mean, and it makes sense to a point, because it's like, look, we have the ability to go evil. We have the ability to be good, right? We have that ability. Nobody's stopping us. We stop ourselves most of the time. But it's about what energy are you trying to put out there, you know? Because I can see the connection, but I can see the disconnect too within our society, because we're trying to live off fear. That's what's been going on. What I'm noticing, we're living off fear. Even the fast gratification, when you got people actually on these social media, you know, showing you all this lifestyle that they don't really live. It's not even real to them. It's an illusion, right? It's an illusion, and it only makes you happy for a certain amount of time. Then it's a done deal, right? Because that's what the urge. That's what I think with, far as what we have the ability. That's why we can create and develop and change things and manifest certain issues. But it is a connection. It is a passion. It is an emotional connection or trigger, right? Because we all connected. All the cells are the same cells. The atoms, they're just metamorphosizing, or they changing. But I think they change they're changing of what was already here, right? Nothing's new under the sun. That's what they claim. Because we got the ability to rethink. We got the ability to change. We got the ability to get the vitamin D that we need in our bodies by going out under the sun, the rays, utilizing the rays, adding more value to our body, especially melanin content people. That's why I don't understand even with that vaccine shit. How is that even? You can tell is set up kind of like AIDS, when AIDS was rampant in the black communities. Y'all not feeling me? History has been showing time and time again. And look, history, I'm talking about their story. Whose story? Obviously, now when I'm really starting to think about it, and this is just an aha moment I'm sharing with y'all, the history has been, who's been in control the last 6,000 years? when the Vatican got all the information chilling up in there and don't allow nobody to come look at it. I don't even think the priest or the the Catholic priest, I don't think he even know what's going on up in there or what he got access to. But it does take a passion, it does take a mindset to keep this emotion. Because you know what they're doing? They're destroying you. Passionately, they're destroying you. You're forgetting about what is really important, right? We've been genetic modified foods. Genetic modified, and don't take me wrong, genetic modified foods could be better for us if they was utilizing it better for us, but we know it's about greed, right? This is what we're seeing with these big ass companies, these conglomerates. They're just buying up everybody. Eventually it's going to get to a few more people, kind of like the music industry and all these other, the movie industry, when only 2 people, 3 people own the whole fucking industry. That's crazy. That show you is not no diversity going on here, as we all be claiming, oh, we got diversity in our jobs and diversity this and diversity. No, that's not even going on. It's about diversity portfolios, them big businesses. Well, I own this much, boom, boom, boom. I got this percentage of. I was tripping because I was Monsanto Bay. You know Monsanto, the food genetic modified foods bio company. It's interesting. They own 85% of the industry. 85% of the food industry. At least the bio, creating this genetic modified foods. And we're wondering why we're walking around autism and all this other crazy shit. And then they trying to back it up with the vaccines. That's where they're backing it up with. They're causing the problems, therefore they're creating the problem, therefore they're creating that they're the savior. Right? But before I go that route, let's get on the same level what I mean by passion and emotion. So, my handy dandy Google Calendar states this, or Google definition. Let me say it states this. Passion, plural, noun, passions, passion. Strong and barely controllable emotion. See, there's where that word come in. A state of outburst of strong emotion, rage, temper, love, desire, lust, hunger, intensity, enthusiasm, zeal, obsession, preoccupation, craze. Wow. Crucifixion, pain, suffering, agony. That's the other side of what we think passion is. Intense desire of enthusiasm for something. Right? The suffering and death of Jesus, a narrative of passion from any of the Gospels, right? Coming from Latin, the origin coming from Latin, right? Now, we know this Latin terminology, Old French, it all comes from that particular, who were the writers, who was the creators of the English terminology, and it usually comes from that root of the Latin root, right? But when you start getting into the aspect, because we know the Greeks were actually translating a lot of the information, therefore stealing the information, gathering the information, taking the information, going and conquering other countries or other worlds around the United States of America. God bless America. No. Understanding of what was going on with these other countries, taking over these countries. Therefore, we have this 6,000 year reign of certain understanding of what's going on as far as conquering people, right? All over the planet. Conquering people all over the planet. therefore creating a language, therefore creating a God, therefore creating a society, right? Coming down to this so-called United States, when you start saying, because, Christopher Columbus wasn't the first to discover the Americans, right? It was many other Vikings, it was many other people way prior to that. They're just documenting. That's the thing. The documentation of what they have created. That's the thing too. Because we have the development. But see, that's another thing about emotion. What they have been doing with these stories to keep you emotionally connected. And having passion by showing so-called superstars or athletes who were utilizing these particular terms or events to portray or to output a certain persona or a certain energy or a certain fear. Knights Templar, Masons, right? Illuminati. Right? Secret societies. And it makes sense anyway. I think all religions was a secret society. You know what I'm saying? Before religion was actually a term, religion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their little secret society. These was the knowledge. This is what you portrayed or gave others who were actually initiates, right? And we're still doing the system. It's called school now, right? School, but it's in a structure where it's not actually giving you the knowledge, right? It's giving you the knowledge of being a slave. And they really make you feel more passionate. We feel more passionate working for some big-ass corporation than we do for ourselves. That's the purpose here. That's what I'm talking about. Now let's go over to this other terminology, emotion.
Emotion.
Emotion. Emotions, a natural instinctive state of mind deriving from one's circumstances, mode, or relationships with others. Feeling, sentiment, sensation, reaction, response, passion, instinct, intuition, inclination, sentiment, sentimentality. And this comes from the root word, Latin word. You see what I'm saying? And it's, like I said, emotions, emotion, right? And all these words, and it's interesting because all these words all build within each other anyway. They're part of the Kemetic system. What I mean the Kemetic system today now in Egypt, they call it Egypt today. But they already was, all these particular energies was already there. It's just about how do we interpret it? How are we interpreting it? What do we associate with these particular emotion, particular passion? What actually gives you the passion? What actually motivates you? Self-motivation, right? Self-motivation. Crucifixion. Martyr, feeling, sentiment, reaction, response. Reconnecting. Right? Passion, feeling, emotion. 16th century. And see, and this is another thing too. I don't think we be paying attention enough to certain years of history. Because see, when we're talking like the Dark Age, they don't really go deeper into that. Because the Dark Age is really when they was actually changing the fabric. That's why they call it the Dark Age. Anybody can go look that up. Look it up. Test me on that one. Because the Dark Ages was when they was corrupting all they was taking over everything. This is what we're going to do, and we're going to make it standard amongst everybody on the planet. Hence why we have America. Now, this is a thing people don't really be paying attention to. Look. America was the experimental area, right? America is actually the youngest baby on the planet, right? We know this, right? America, North America, South America, all that. Far as maybe South America, I mean, don't take me wrong, the Indian brothers and everybody else was probably here way prior to that. They claim this Bering Sea situation. You know, and maybe we did have at a few thousand years, all of them was breaking up and going their separate ways and this and that. But we don't know that for certain. Right? We don't know that for certain. Because they sure didn't. They claimed that they had flying abilities and this and that and what they was doing and, you know, what the appearance may be for and all that. But we really don't have no concrete information on that. Even with the Emerald tablets. I read all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not convinced, you know, with certain things, because it's like we have the ability, we know we have the ability to do certain things because we have the ability to think it. That's why certain things I'm like, okay, well, I think we was more sophisticated within our knowledge. We just got dumbed down, right? We just been dumbed down, literally. We've been separated. We've been separated, and we have had people coming in there, the snitches, right? It's been known. It's been known. They show it in their books. Even the great historian in Greece, when he was rewriting history, telling them how Egypt was and this and that. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. It's interpretation, right? It's interpretation. If you don't know, now you know. This is episode number 123, Passion versus Emotion. And we're just hooking it up. We got the YouTube live, we got the Instagram cracking, and we got the live podcast going on while I'm touching bases with you about passion and emotion. And what I really want to do here is really connect you, show you how everything's connected, man. Everything's connected. And that's what is a challenge, even when I'm training people or coaching people on, or my clients, I'm coaching people just how to show them how to keep everything connected. You got to make it part of your lifestyle. It's got to be a part of your lifestyle. You don't have no questions asked. You see what I'm saying? It's just got to be a part of your lifestyle. You got to make it just, this is what you do, like tying your shoes or eating your food, but having a disciplined way how you doing things. Having a more of a control element where you know the result is going to be more positive outlook result, right? Now, if you go into a job, and not knocking that, but the job is only a stepping stone, brothers and sisters. That's all it is. It's a stepping stone for you to get to the next level of what you need to be doing in your life or your passion, right? That's another saying, all these gurus and stuff. You got to be passionate about what you're doing. See, the problem is our interpretation of what passion means. Passion don't mean you doing it till your hands are falling off and all this other crazy stuff. It's all about doing things the smart way, understanding what's going on, get the experience, take it to the next level. If you can't do it, you get somebody else who can do it. Step the game up. Have been there, have experienced it. You feel me? That's the problem, I think, with these gurus speaking about passion. Oh, you got to be passionate, to be, You think Steve Jobs was passionate when they fired his ass from Apple? How passionate was he? He probably was so mad. That's what I'm saying. We don't really, I don't think we really pay attention. We don't pay attention because you see it within people's actions too. With all these little gurus or athletes and all this stuff, you see what's going on with their life. That's why they end up pulling a Britney Spears, going cuckoo. Oh, she lost it. No, she didn't lose it. She already lost it when she got in the game because she knew what type of sacrifices was going to be made. You see what I'm saying? Especially when you've been in that position all them years as a little child. She was with the Mickey Mouse Club and all that other stuff. And you think, you know, what else she gonna be doing? All she doing is training, dancing, and doing all that stuff. She ain't understanding the business side of the game. That's what we failing to realize now. We was talking about that yesterday, me and my brother, about how, you know, Jay Cutler, shout out to you, bruh. How they don't really know their market. They don't know their market. They don't understand their market. You know, as a bodybuilder, he's he's Mr. Olympia, but he don't know his market. So he failed to realize that he's selling to up and coming, not even up and coming, but beginners, right? So what does that look like, right? Not you showing me you telling me in an ebook, but I don't see no videos. I don't see no. Oh wait, that's common knowledge. No, nothing's really common knowledge anymore because we've been dumbing down our society, and it seemed like people are not learning from their experiences either. That's another thing. They're not learning from their experiences. They're not picking up. They're not asking questions. They're not asking the elders anymore, or the mentors. Finding a mentor, somebody who can actually get you on the right set or mindset. Trigger that passion, trigger that emotion. You feel me? It's an understanding, but I think we fail to realize it. We fail to realize it. You know, I'm a mentor, right? I'm a mentor. I know people are watching me. I get plenty of people asking me what can they do to improve and this and that. I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I think our society has been slipping up. You know, because we think we know everything. And I don't claim I know everything. And I'm not sitting here saying I know everything, because I don't know everything. The only thing I do know is how to go get it. Go out there and go ask. Go take the steps. You feel me? Take the steps. But see, these are the things I think we're surface. Everything's very surface these days within our society. We fake as hell. You know, people are, you know, we trying to live a facade life, trying to live a life we ain't even, you know, capable of, because we're not there mentally. You feel me? We're not there mentally. That's why I'm saying I shouldn't have been a psychologist, even though that probably would have deterred me to a whole different another area. But I'm always been interested in psychology, right? How the mind works. How are you interpreting certain things? Are you willing to even learn about it so you can interpret, so you can change the outcome, right? Passion versus emotion. And emotionally, it's funny too, because I'm a big component of too many people are very emotional, and it's a time and place for it. I think it's a time and place for emotions, right? Okay, in your family, cool. That's where it should be played, but not at your job. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think, because what the job has been doing, the job has got us so caught up in, we're making them billions and billions of dollars, and they happen to give you a few $100s. Do we even think about that? All the money we help create them. Literally, we help create their greed. We feed their greed. And you may not be the owner of the company, but you may be the CEO. So you're benefiting from that. Even though I don't think the CEOs even contribute to anything. All they're doing is contributing to what can they cut? What can they cut off? Kind of like this Zillow shit. I don't know if y'all been following this. We was talking about this, me and my mate. It's kind of interesting. Zillow come in the game and they fucking it all up prior to coming in the game, right? And then now they want to jump out of the game because they want to change their format. Oh, the prices are ridiculous now. Well, you was part of that. You was part of that energy. You the one who caused that energy. Kind of like your NASDAQ scenarios. You know, this is, I never understood people who play this game. Oh, if you making your money, make your money, keep it moving, right? You feel me? If you're making your money, keep it moving. But I don't think Wall Street in general was the devil himself, right? Don't take me wrong. We're talking energy. We're talking people. We're talking energy of folks, right? What they're putting off, what this persona, what is this job culture doing to our society? And the crazy thing is, they literally, within these business models, they're making people have passion, right, and emotional connections. Therefore, they're going to respond to get the bigger, Scientology out there, or Christianity, or Islam, or Buddhism, or whatever you're trying to push onto the people without really their permission. Literally. And everybody don't want to play the game. That's another thing I want to speak here. And here. And here. Everybody don't want to play the game. And if we claim we're independent, if we claim we so-called freedom of choice, this is what my choice is, right? I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't need to be having electricity connected to the status quo. People can have solar panels. People can be independent. People can have farms. People can grow their own food. People can produce their own water. You feel me? That's a right. We're coming from that right. That's what I don't understand about the American people. We come from that fabric. But now we're relying on Amazon and everybody. The brothers and sisters, they've been slipping up on us. They haven't been sending us water. Let's keep it 100 now. Right? Water is an essential need to the body, hands down. What have they done? They got us buying water, brothers and sisters. We're buying water. We can't use the tap water. You feel me? Some of us may, but you feel me? Majority of us not. Majority of us are not drinking tap water. Majority of us are drinking out of a bottle that we purchase from a store, from a commercialized derivative, preservative. You feel me? And they're passionate about it. Like I said, genetic modified. I'm reading this book called Seeds of Deception. Matter of fact, let me show y'all this. Intermission right there. Intermission. That's all that was. Intermission. So this book, I picked this book up a few years ago. But Seeds of Deception by Jeffrey Smith. There you go, YouTube, my YouTube livers, and as well as my Instagrams again there. But yeah, this is interesting. So, Seeds of Deception, and this book was published and I'm actually going to be doing a book review on this shortly too. This book was copyrighted in 2003. I had picked it up a few years ago, about 2018, I think it was. 2018 I had picked it up. And it was interesting, some of the dialogue that was going on with the particular gentleman who actually was, and it was out in the UK, Terry Blair and all, or whatever his name is, Timothy Blair or Terry Blair or whatever his name is, one of the Blairs, the council. I don't even know their positions, but I know their positions usually, and it's interesting because the European, the YouTube channel, the European, he was breaking down some of the legalities of how, they have different parties out there besides what we have out here, about 3 parties, usually 2 parties, Democrat and Republicans, right? And then you might have the Green Party every once in a while try to get in the play, but the Green Party really couldn't play due to the Capitol, You know, they don't have the capital and they don't have the support. That's just my opinion. That could be different. That could be debatable to all my brothers and sisters out there who want to talk politics. Okay, cool. But the one thing I do respect with the UK or how they got it set up, they do got multiple parties. And it makes sense because then you got multiple choices and you're not just, oh, who's the crookedest? Who's the worst? Who's the Clinton or Trump? Boom, boom, boom. It's crap. I thought it was always crap in the beginning anyway. The only time I voted was in 7th grade. And you know who I voted for? Quasi Cap. The Bush guy. My heart is broken. The Bush Senior. We talking 1988 when they had that election back in the day. 1988, I didn't even vote. I was a little kid, but you know, 7th grade, 7th and 8th grade, they got you voting and trying to get all political and all that other stuff. That's when they embedded in your mindset here. Oh, are you going to be Republican or you're Democrat? See, that's what I'm saying about our educational system. We got some issues we got to work within the society because it's definitely have been portrayed or put upon us where it's not like you don't have a choice, right? You don't have a choice. You got to be with the people or you don't got to be with the people, right? Or certain people. You got to be with these people, you got to be a liberal or you got to be a leftist, rightist, whatever you want to call it. Especially here, because people, oh, you're not American, and you this and that and that. And I get it, because a lot of people are very passionate, and a lot of people are very emotionally connected to certain things. But the thing I'm saying is like, make your own fucking mind up. Make your own mind up. Do the research on whatever party or people who you want to do it on, or see who fits. Because most of them are not going to be qualified anyway. Keep it real with you. Because all the people who are promoted, who to be able to Kamala Harrison or whatever the hell their names are, their backgrounds are shitty. Let me just keep it real with you. And most of them is made up. Ain't no fact checking going on no more. Ain't no fact checking going on no more. They manipulating you. That's what they're doing. They manipulating you on the highest level. When you got all the news media, they all talking with each other. Think about it. They all talking with each other. What are you putting up today? What is going to be the subject matter? Okay, and then they might change it up a little bit. It's still on the same lines. Oh, the leftists and this and right, and then they fire people who are not conducive to their show anymore. Nope, we got to get rid of him. Alex is talking crazy. We got to get him out of here because he's talking the truth. Most of them guys are talking the truth. They're saying something that they didn't agree with. Obviously, it's that time to move on, right? Hence, where you starting getting all these other shows and people coming out. Drew Barrymore. She's got a show out. I mean, and I'm just showing you guys the politics, what's going on, the Hollywood. Because it's still Hollywood. Don't get it twisted. The government got the Hollywood actors all under their belt. Yeah, I'll give you $80 million. Go out and do that. Go and raise some funds up for us. Push this agenda. We're checking out a series called Lock and Key, right? Now, usually I'm pretty. I like certain movies that kind of keep you guessing, kind of keep you on the edge. And you come to find out the Lock and Key series is actually Stephen King's son, one of his sons that actually who wrote this series, or I guess he wrote a book, and they're just breaking it down with the episodes and whatnot. Interesting show. If you get a chance to check it out, definitely. I think there are like 3 seasons or something. It's actually pretty interesting. But it kind of keep you thinking. But the thing is like the Marvels. That's what come to mind. The Marvels is like certain superhero tactics, or these keys can ignite certain opportunities for you. Even though we're on the part where the brother was saying, well, the keys were good. Well, the sister was saying the keys were doing good for us. So we thought all the elements would have been a great experience, right? And this is the same thing that we deal with within our particular living, our lifestyle, right? You're going to be passionate about something. You're going to be emotional about this situation. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, I don't think you need, I mean, don't take me wrong. I never was a person that I think, and I know this comes from my youth, younger years, because I really didn't have a family support besides my brothers come and watch me do, perform or doing what I do best when I was on the wrestling mat or playing football or something. They come and check me out, on that wrestling mat, whatever. But like family members, you expected certain people to come check you out, like especially your dad. You're like, yeah, my dad coming through, I can be showing what I can do and making it happen. You know what I'm saying? So I never really had that, I need that person there so I can be good and do what I need to do and boom, boom, boom. I never really depended on that. Don't take me wrong. And this happened to me in my younger years. So I really didn't have that dependability. So I kind of, right now, it's no ego or nothing like that. I'm going to do what I got to do. And it is crazy because one of the things I can say, like with my family, I got uncles and my dad, their work ethic is second to none. Right? Second to none, hands down. And that was a principle that I always thought, okay, this makes sense. I mean, don't take me wrong, you got to work smarter, but you got to work harder too. It's actually a balance in there. That's a balance to me. I always thought that. Work harder, but do it smart. Handle your business. Take care of what you need to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with sports. It's the same thing with athletics. It's the same thing with your fitness game, with your health game. Making sure you bring in certain elements or certain foods that you need to be, like fermented food, right? Like sauerkraut, kimchi. Them are elements that will help develop your body into the body that you truly need, especially when you're talking like detoxing, clarifying, apple cider vinegar. And it's funny too, because you really have a lot of people out there where it doesn't work for them too, right? So it's usually a balance, but because we generalize a lot of things, and I gotta be careful with that too, because I know people be like, well, you're talking that's everybody else, but it's a big percentage of everybody else, because it's a responsibility of how people are responding overall, kind of like the vaccine situations, right? You got people who are negative responding because whatever they're putting in these vaccines, we don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 years or even the next year. You see what I'm saying? Where all these people have got vaccinated, we don't know what's going to be happening to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's more of a degenerative disease. That's what they're doing. It's the long term, but it's going to be a short term for them. Therefore, they can collect what they need to collect on you. But y'all not ready for that. Y'all not ready for that. But like I said, I'm very passionate and I'm very emotional. What do I want you to take from this? Takeaways, as Home Depot would say. Takeaways. What do we want you to take away from this? This is what I want you to take away from this. Passion versus emotion. First of all, I defined them. Go define them in your terms. Go see what you value within your passion, within your emotional. What are the triggers that ignite you, that takes you up? You feel me? Look, this is work. You feel me? This is work. This has been a long-term work. This ain't like overnight. This is long-term work. That's what I keep trying to explain to people. This is not going to be no 3 month, 6 month to a year. This is like a 6 month to a year type of tactic, especially if you're dealing with gut issues. You're dealing with that big old waistline issue. You're dealing with extra fat that you don't really need, right? You're dealing with non-cardio activity. You're sitting around chilling all day, drinking beer, thinking you're going to be tight. No, it doesn't work that way. You got to stay active. You got to have some activity at least 3 days a week. And those of you who are overweight, I would say 4 or 5 days a week to keep it real with you. But ideally, you need your rest, You need your recovery time. Those are very important. Those are very important. So that's my takeaways. Go look at what do emotion mean to you, as well as what do passion mean to you. And I'm going to end it with that. But I'll be back with episode 124. Y'all have a great and awesome day. Stay strong. Peace, love, and happiness to y'all. And I'm out. The Modern Monk. Bye-bye.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.